actually. I've got... Do we have anyone here? Is it working? There we go. Oh, it's all okay. Awesome. Hey, sweet. What's up? 4K. Look stoned. I was just waiting for people to come. There we go. Now it's working. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to... Let's, I guess we'll just call it good. We're going to go ahead and jump into the draft. Apex tournament. Each drive starts in the 40. No first downs. Okay, I remember this style of draft. So, yeah. I remember this. Chat this. Hey, what's up, Bear Down? Thanks for coming. Hey, TJ, Greg, Destruction, Paul... Pick 6 Brett, Savage, everyone, CO. Yeah. One timeout per stream. Definitely do that, but not more than one. What's up, CHF? Okay, we're going to draft our safety, I presume. And let's take another safety. Why not? Yeah, this guy's faster and stronger. Lower overall, though. Yeah, we'll take the higher overall. Oh, I did? Oh, dang it. Shoot, that's my bad. I gotta watch for that. That's my fault. That's my fault. My bad. Defensive tackle. All right. Yeah, don't let me pick another Packer. That's definitely not what I want to do here. Well, we can do better than a quarterback. I do like getting some wide receivers. I don't think he's a tall wide receiver, but we'll be fine. Definitely get some depth going. His favorite teams are the Packers. Yeah, right. Defensive and linebacker, cornerback. This is actually a really good round. We're going to definitely take this Marshawn Lattimore. Should be able to help out quite a bit, I think. Yeah, we got CHF, which is awesome. What's with this Systematic Monday stuff already? Like, it just started. Like, give me a chance before you don't believe in me, at least. Definitely going to take Khalil Mack. Hey, what's up, West East Bay? My favorite Vikings fan. Oh man, we got Mike Wallace. Definitely gonna take Mike Wallace, the former Viking. Get some more speed on the outside. Now, we're gonna definitely take Daniil Hunter. Not even a question. It would have been nice to take Jordan Reed at tight end, but you know, that's fine. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't take Aaron Jones. Not gonna take the Packer. So I gotta either take Stafford or Harris. We're going to take Harris. Not gonna take the Packer. Systematic every day. I wish I could stream every day, man. I wish. Definitely wish. You know, I'm gonna take Des Bryant because he has this +2 boost. So he's technically a 108 overall, not a 100 overall. So definitely going to take Des Bryant there. And then our wide receiver core is going to be done now. We're set at wide receiver. And he's actually, this is actually really cool. So since he's the lowest overall receiver at base 100, it's going to put him in the slot receiver, which I throw to a lot. But because he has the boost, it's going to boost him to 108, and he's going to be the best receiver I have, who's then put in the slot position. So I'm actually a huge fan of that pick. Outside of it being Des Bryant, I'm a huge fan. I would take the default gold. I would absolutely take the default gold rather than Aaron Rodgers or whatever other Packers QB. If it was Brett Favre, maybe I'd consider it because he was a Viking. So maybe if it was a Brett Favre. I don't think Brett Favre was even in this game. So, but yeah. Oh, we actually do have a Kirk Cousins as our base quarterback. So actually what you're saying is completely legit. We have Kirk Cousins there at our position. So we might actually see that happen. We're going to... I do want to have some depth at running back, but safety is also important. Oh, man, that's tough. One or two? Do I take one or two here? I'm thinking two. I don't need an offensive line. I don't need an offensive line at all. 1-1. Oh, well, that's Paul. Oh, wait, Paul and Dedziza. Yep, I'm turning. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we'll take the safety here. We'll take the safety. Oh man, Kendricks, definitely Kendricks all day. Oh man, the defensive ends. We already have two good defensive ends, so definitely gonna take Kendricks. Yep, not even gonna think about it. Kendricks all the way. And now we're getting close to needing this, needing a quarterback. That seems like a no-brainer. I mean, I wish I could take Joe Burger, but it just doesn't work. Yeah, I fell behind on the top 5, but we'll, I'll make that up. Although, no, this guy's another player up, so he would be a 112. But I don't need a defense. I don't need an offensive line. So I'm gonna take this. All right. Hopefully we can get a quarterback here because we need a quarterback. Deion Sanders, not the Deion Sanders, but a Deion Sanders or Willie Brown. We're gonna take Willie Brown here. That's actually a really strong round, and we're gonna use up the rest of our Madden cash. But we're gonna go ahead and we actually got the overtime rounds that having to buy them. Awesome. All right, so do we take the quarterback here, or do we keep on going? I definitely want a good quarterback. They can throw the 40 yards, but they don't have the strength, velocity behind the throw as a better quarterback would have. Also, in being able to run the ball, a good quarterback's there. I definitely want to have a fast quarterback, and now is definitely a time to get one. But I don't have any outside linebackers, so I'm gonna, because I got Kirk Cousins, I'm kind of tempted to flirt with the idea of keeping Kirk Cousins. I need a linebacker. I'm gonna take Sean Lee. Take the best man on the board. All right, wide receiver. We don't need wide receivers. We can take another linebacker here. That's cool. We'll have both the Kendricks brothers. That's actually pretty cool. Favorite football team's the Vikings. Definitely the Vikings. Where's my hat? Right here. Vikings. Here. I just feel weird in it, but Vikings are my favorite team. Yeah, we're gonna take the. All right, now we need a quarterback. We really need a quarterback. We messed around too long. Let's see. Oh, dang it! All right, well we're gonna have Kirk Cousins then. I'm gonna take a safety here. Take Earl Thomas because we can't take Clinton Dix and we don't need the. So Earl Thomas is the only one we can take. We're not gonna have a quarterback here. We're going to take our Kirk Cousins. All right, let's see what happens. This is gonna be interesting. No quarterback, but I'm good. You didn't call it. You didn't call it at all. You said having to pick a Packer quarterback at the end. Cyber, go in. People will run systematic Sunday tryouts in other streams. It's not something I've done yet, but someone can help you out with that. My guess is you're probably going to be a bit too young for the league if I had to take a guess. But, yeah, certainly someone here can help you out. Oh, I don't want my special events off. There we go. Alright, let's see how this goes. Kirk Cousins. Hey, what's up, Abraham? Oh, I don't know why I... Oh, you know what? Bunch spacing with Kirk... Oh, shoot. I didn't get a halfback either. Oh, shoot. I should have gotten a halfback. So we definitely have to run with bunch spacing. We have Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. So that's kind of a lose-lose on 2-point conversions. Now that I'm working with my team, I realized I kind of goofed up on 2-point conversions. But that's okay, because Kirk Cousins is a little speedster. Or at least that's what I'm going to tell myself for the next 15 wins. Oh, shoot. 3rd and goal already? How'd that happen? Oh, come on, Mike Wallace. That was actually pretty cool. I didn't mean to throw it to him at all, but I'll take it. Yeah, I definitely messed myself up there. I am definitely... We're going to do bunch find good drive because I want to run this in with Kirk Cousins. Here we go. Come on, Kirk Cousins. Come on, Kirk Cousins. He's so fast. Look at that, just pure speed. He's the speed machine. Yep. No, not a Packers fan. So we got to go toss here because we don't even have a scramble anymore. But we're so slow at halfback. This is a joke. These 2-point conversions are a total joke. We just need to get stops on defense because, which we got 1 stop. So as long as we can score, we're not going to get a single 2-point conversion all day. But eventually, as long as we get 1 stop on defense, we'll be okay because we won't get stopped. But we're also not going to get any 2-point conversions. Come on, Bryant. Oh, we had that. We had that. Why not? Oh, shoot. 4th and goal. Oh, I forgot the format. Shoot. Nope. Super win. Oh, man. Super win. Okay. I forgot the format. That's my bad. So now we're starting out. Ooh, so we need a touchdown here. We need a touchdown here, and we need him to drop. So we're going to go halfback option for sure. Come on. Catch that. Oh. Well, that's my bad. I blew that. That was my fault. I should have done better. Forgot the format. I did it. I didn't bother too much with the game plan. I'm not too worried about wins. Oh man, especially now with that 5 Madden cash. Shoot, who needs wins when you got 5 Madden cash? That's 1/10 of a ticket right there. Long stream, here we go. No man, because I'll get the 3 more rounds. When I have the 3 more rounds, is when I'll get a good quarterback. So I'm good with it. Oh, not good. Not good. 2nd and goal. This is a silly time to call flanker spot. It's not really 2nd and goal, but I mean it kind of is. It's kind of 2nd and goal because you have Cyberman again. You know, if you talk to the guys here, I'm not dealing with tryouts right now, but we're let's see, 4th and goal, 25. We burned our scramble. We're gonna do slant under. There we go. Not the way I wanted to try it, but it worked. So now we gotta fail at picking up the 2-point conversion, of course. I'm very good at failing at those. Come on. Oh, oh, that's so close. That's so stupid. I own the league. Alright, so we got 1 stop there, so that's good news. Was this countered? I don't think it was. It's countered this time. I don't know if it's a soft counter or not. Oh, I didn't draft a tight end. I should have drafted a tight end. And I passed on the tight end. Well, in hindsight, I didn't do a good job of drafting. But we'll try to make this happen anyway. Ouch. See ya, run the ball, Junior. 4th and goal. There we go. We're gonna do some Kirk Cousins magic. See what we can do. He's so slow. That wasn't a good call. Wasn't a good call at all. Alright. We are... I keep... No, it's okay, so it's not countered. Ooh, can we catch that? Nope. So 4th and long. Yeah, offense wins championships too. Fair point. Definitely a fair point. This is going to be a long, long, long night to get to 15 wins. Hey, what's up, Jaden? Let's do our halfback option. Come on, Cousins. They're awesome. Whew. Alright, so we have our scramble. So slow. I just gotta go straight up the middle. I can't wrap around outside. Wrapping around outside isn't gonna happen with Kirk Cousins. But we won the game, so yay. Hey, what's up, ML Striker? Yeah, it is gonna be a long tournament, Greg. I definitely goofed up on my drafting. Hey, what's up, Kevy and Money, the Miss MM Goat? I just gotta get through these 15 wins, then I can draft a quarterback. I need a quarterback. Looks like this is countered. Yep, definitely countered. 25%. We're gonna hit them with the run. Oh, except we don't have a good running back. I should have drafted so much better than I did. I did a pretty bad job drafting my team. I didn't get a quarterback and I didn't get a running back, so I am... Man. Oh, I was so close! Man, if that was a super win, that would have been a touchdown. That would have been an amazing play, but as it stands, 4th and long, no scramble. Fun times. Yeah, we got a pretty darn good defense. That's not going to do anything, yeah. It wasn't open, but I had no other choice, so. I live in Minnesota. Well, I can't run flanker spot because that relies on having a mobile quarterback, and my Kirk Cousins has like probably like 70 speed. So flanker spot's not really an option for me. I call it anyway sometimes, but it's not a good option in these situations. I don't have a tight end, I don't have a running back, and I don't have a quarterback. Yeah, we have a Discord server. Shoot. I'm doing so bad. All right, we need to get a touchdown. Was Diggs' catch fake or real? Whoops, I just called that twice in a row. I mean, I don't believe the NFL is rigged, so I believe that catch was real. Most favorite Viking player ever is definitely Randy Moss. Absolutely Randy Moss. I wasn't even living in Minnesota when I was a kid, but I was still a Vikings fan. And the reason I was a Vikings fan is because when I was a kid, I bandwagoned to the Vikings because of Randy Moss. So he's definitely my food. There we go. He's definitely my favorite Vikings player ever, without a doubt. Second would be Adrian Peterson. What, is he going to break the crit? Oh, fumble? I was so close. Oh, he still won. Hey, look at that. Totally earned that win. Piece of cake. Favorite player right now. If I had to say favorite player right now, it feels a little bit like a cop-out answer, but I would say Kirk Cousins, which feels a bit weird because, you know, he hasn't even taken a single snap as a Viking, and it's completely unknown if he's going to be, you know, a good player at all, or if he's just going to be a, you know, another, you know, bust in the long line of Viking quarterback busts. So, you know, I hate to say Kirk Cousins because of that, but I am legitimately excited. I think that he's going to be a turning point in the history of the franchise. You know, we legitimately do have a chance at a Super Bowl run because of him. So all that has me really excited as a you know, Vikings fan of him being that final piece. But then also, you know, as a person, he does a lot of mission work for IJM, which is a not necessarily maybe directly mission work, but he does do work for and publicity for a organization called IJM, which stands for International Justice Mission, and they do a lot of work for basically how can I say this appropriately on the stream? They do a lot of work for kids who are exploited into bad situations. So, you know, I think it's a really cool organization, and I think it's really cool that he, you know, just actively and, you know, very publicly supports it like that. So because of, you know, just a really good person and really has the, you know, potential to turn around the Vikings as a franchise, he's definitely my current favorite Vikings. Nice. Oh, we barely look at that line. We barely made that catch. You know what? Kicking the extra point might not be a bad call because of our current situation. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna kick extra points. Yeah, that's a good call. we're gonna kick extra points because we don't have anything. We can't make 2-point conversions any other way. So good call. Thanks for the call out. It's kind of hard to answer that because you're talking about if the Vikings didn't make it to the playoffs, who would I be rooting for? So in order to know that, I would have to know who actually was in the playoffs, and that's not information that I have. So oh, yes, I was lucky, 100% luck. So I'm not sure who I'd be rooting for. I am a... Oh shoot, I'm not even paying attention to my own input. So I am a fan of... Oh, it's going to come down to the wire. This is going to come down to me screwing up on my extra points. Hopefully we can score right here. Super win, super win, super win. Oh, that was so close to a super win. Dang. Most hated team that's not... Man, we so blew that. So blew that. That's so frustrating. Most hated team that's not the Packers. I hate to say it, so, well, not really. It would definitely have to be the Cowboys, and I feel a little bad about that because it's not directly because of, anything that the, Cowboys do or stand for. It's just the fact that, hey, thanks, Greg, I'll see you later. It's not because of anything directly that the Cowboys, do or stand for. It's because they're just so obviously the media favorites. When there's, actually, no, you're right. Patriots, yeah, Patriots are the most hated team. Forget everything I said about the Cowboys. I do hate them, but yeah, Patriots are definitely number 2, and then Cowboys are number 3. Not a fan of the Patriots. It's, you can just, I don't know, just paint me as just another one of the Patriot haters. I don't care. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Patriots at all because they're just dirty, rotten cheaters. And then I'm not a fan of the Cowboys because they are just so overhyped by the media every single year. Like they're, it turns the whole franchise into just a laughing stock. I mean, they haven't won a divisional round playoff game. The Cowboys have not won a divisional round playoff game in like 20 years. It's been 20 years since the Cowboys have won a divisional round playoff game, and yet they're hyped up like almost every single year as Super Bowl contenders, and they can't even barely make a dent in the playoffs, of even making it at all, and then they're just hyped up as Super Bowl contenders every single year. So that makes me just really get sick of even the idea of the Cowboys, and so I don't like them. Hey, what's up, Slay? So that's that is my issue with the Cowboys, and that's why I don't like them. Obviously, I dislike the Packers more, and then I dislike the what team are we talking about? The Patriots. I dislike them more, and I would dislike other NFC North teams, the Bears and the Lions, but honestly, they just aren't good enough to just passionately dislike. It's like Steeler fans, hating on the Browns. Like, the Browns aren't really threatening them. So, it's okay. Actually, if I were a Steelers fan, I'd be rooting for the Browns because I would just, hate to see anybody, division rival or not, just be that bad for that long. So, in that same respect, I don't hate the I don't hate the other teams. You know, I'll wait for them to be good to do that. But that's my feelings about that. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I'd want them to be. We're gonna play some more games. Oh, Cyber. Well, if it's full, you'll have to wait till next week. Oh, that was a silly throw. But the silly throws are the good ones. Yeah, I don't know what to think of the... that was a good catch. I don't know what to think of the... Whoops, I keep on going for it. Come on, Cousins. He's so fast. I don't know what's... I forgot even what question I was answering. Oh, yeah, sorry, Bear Down. Sorry for... Sorry, hey, I told you the same thing, I think. Oh, he's going. That was actually a pretty good run. But yeah, and I do think the Bears, and I was talking, so I was talking to Bear Down, you know, about the Bears, and I think I said the same thing to him. You know, I don't really consider them, you know, rivals because they're just not good enough to be rivals. But heck yeah, I do think that they might be doing better this year. You know, and if they do good, if they do well, then, you know, I'll go back to hating them. Like maybe the last time they did well, but I'm trying to remember when that was, and I honestly can't. So if they do well, then I will dislike them, and I think that they probably will do well this year, maybe even a step forward, but I don't, until it happens, I don't care about them. Oh man, OG with OG, man, you're failing at your insults, because what you said was, I would say "what's up, Adam," but I don't think Adam's face broke my screen. So you're saying my face did not break your screen. So I'm good with that. Perhaps slightly insulted that you're admitting the possibility that maybe it broke the screen, though unlikely. But at the end of the day, to say you don't think it broke the screen means your screen is broken, you just don't know what did it. So I laugh at you for having a broken screen. And that's how I deal with haters. Who do you think will go to the who do you think would go to the Super Bowl? Hey, what's up, Gallifrey? Thanks for coming. So obviously I think the Vikings will make it. And, you know, partially that's, you know, just blind, you know, Vikings pride. But, you know, also they do have a legitimate shot at making it. So yeah, it's still daylight in Minnesota. We got probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half till sunset. Right now the light, if it tells you anything, right now the light is not in. Oh, right now the light is not on in the room that I am in, so it is pure sunlight that is lighting this this room right now. So it's a little bit dark, but not bad. So it's definitely light out right now. Now, later on in winter, because it's Minnesota and it's brutally cold and horrible, and no one should ever live here because except for the Vikings players, so we can have the Minnesota Vikings. But other than that, no one should live here because it's just so brutally cold. So it will actually get dark, like, you know, dark as night, because it basically is at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and the sunlight is already gone for the day. Like in the dead of winter, like that's legitimately. Oh man, I forgot I didn't have a real tight end. Did we just throw a pick six? Yeah, we just threw a pick six against the Eagles of all people. We just threw a pick six against the Eagles. Okay. Now I'm getting called out for calling halfback options. That's fine. We'll change it up. 38-7. Man, get that out of here. You just dumb haters. Yeah, thanks to the reminder. Come on. Oh man, all the 38-7. Man, you haters. We gotta win this game. We gotta shut you haters down. I'm done with it. Nah. There we go. There's our extra point. Boosting up the shoulder signal. Okay, so we got the lead again. So all we have to do is do better on these next 2 drives, and we will win this game. Eagles, come on, striker. Man, you're freaking brutal. Just most passive-aggressive guy in this whole chat. Worst Eagles fan ever. Oh, Cousins. Come on. Boom. Take it. Who do you think the Vikings should have drafted? I honestly didn't follow the draft that much. So, in that regard, I'm okay with what they did. You know, I'm glad they added an extra cornerback and get that depth going. They really do have a pretty deep team. Okay, so if we can score here, we win no matter what. Well, actually, yeah, because we can kick the extra field. We can kick the extra point. So they max out at 20. We max out. We can just score a touchdown, get 21, and win. So if we can get a touchdown, we win. Or if we can just stop them. But we're going to go for the touchdown. It might be countered. It's not countered. Oh, shoot. I just messed that up. Oh, man, we're screwed. Yep. I didn't even make the throw, and it was there. Don't lose the game because of that. Oh, that one hurts. So frustrating. Everyone's talking. Let's see. The Packers and Denver. Can expect the Vikings. So I'm excited to see how Cousins does with the Vikes. He may be all pro. If it weren't for that pick six, we would have won. Dang it. Well, actually, no, it would have been tied without the pick six, but. I'm frustrated. Checks out 52 years. Yeah, fair point. Packers and Patriots in the Super Bowl. I would root for the Packers. And pretty much when the Packers have been in the Super Bowl, I've tended to root for them. The reason being is that if the Vikings are going to lose, which when the Packers made the Super Bowl, they typically did so on the cusp of beating the Vikings in the regular season. So if the Vikings are going to lose, it helps a little bit to say that at least they lost to the best. So if the Packers win the Super Bowl, then it means that the Vikings lost to the best, which means it's better than the Vikings not losing to the best in a weird sort of way. So I don't root for them to make it, but at the point that they do, I just want them to go the rest of the way with it. And that's typically been my philosophy. If it was a... Gotta stop doing that. If it was an AFC team I had some sort of attachment to, obviously I'd root for them, but ambulance going by. Rams. I don't know if the Rams are overrated or not. They're definitely a scary team to think about. I don't know if they're overrated or not, which might mean that they're overrated because people aren't saying, you know, they don't know if they're overrated or not. They're saying they're definitely going to be like a major force and a major force for a long time to come. So perhaps they're overrated, maybe. Oh gosh. Oh man. Oh man. Gallifrey. That hurts, man. That hurts. Man. %13 counter. Oh man, that's not there. Oh, so close. Dang it. Ugh. Hey, what's up, Logan? Thanks for coming. That sounded like an ambulance. It didn't sound like cops. I don't think the Rams are going to necessarily be a bust. Come on, catch it. We need this. We need this. We need... Well, we still won. And that is true, the Beast. That is true. I will grant you that. It typically does happen that, you know, like the people who are touted as the real contenders because of free agency moves, you know, typically don't do well. The, what was it, 2011 Eagles, or whatever year that was, with, you know, the Vince Young Dream Team comment, you know, they're certainly a prime example of, you know, those off-season, you know, winners. I don't say that as an insult to the Eagles, but that's just legitimately, you know, an example of, you know, off-season hype that just, you know, didn't pan out. And it's typically that way. I remember a couple of years it was the Dolphins. You know, when the Dolphins picked up Sue and all the other stuff that they did, it was the Dolphins who were considered to be, you know, the, you know, major, you know, turnaround favorite. So you do have a good point that, you know, they're mainly hyped up because those free agency moves and those building teams and free agencies never really worked historically. I don't want to say never, but it just typically doesn't. So, you know, we'll see. Oh, so close. I'll grant you that. I assume you're saying what's worse, Vikings losing 4 Super Bowls or the Bills losing 4 Super Bowls. I don't understand your question, but I would say the Bills have it worse. And the reason I would say that, oh man, we had Mike Wallace open. Dang it. The reason I would say the Bills had it worse is because at least the Vikings won NFL championships before there was a Super Bowl. And so, you know, it's not at all a replacement or an equivalency to a Super Bowl win, but at least the Vikings have a bit more that they can, you know, hang their hat on. Where, you know, the Bills have nothing but championship losses. The Vikings do have championship wins, just less prestigious ones. So in that regard, I would say that the Bills have it worse than the Vikings. You know. And, you know, by all means, you know, no chance of that working. Oh, man. Alright, well, we just lost unless we get some sort of defensive score, so. You know, and so the Browns, like, they're a team I legitimately want to, you know, buck the trend on. The Browns are legitimately a team I want to, you know, buck the trend on the free agency hype actually coming through. So I want them to be successful. I see the Browns probably winning 4 games, which for them is an improvement. You know, it's still a laughingstock, but it's still an improvement upon 0. So I think they will be a improved team this year, and I think maybe they're setting themselves up for success within the next 5 years. But I don't see. I'd cap them. I'd give them a hard cap at 6 wins this year. Now, Browns fans, if the Browns did win 6 games, I think the Browns fans would probably be the second happiest in the NFL, only behind whoever wins the Super Bowl this year. The Browns fan would be more optimistic this year about 6 wins than they would, you know, than any other team in the NFL would be. And that sounds mean, but I think that that's true because it's been a long time since they've had 6 wins. And to have a 6-win improvement over the course of 1 year, you know, that's huge. So I do think that yeah, that's what I think about the Browns. Oh, jeez. I don't have anything. I'm still actually for real. Man, that's not going to work. Oh, man. I don't feel bad when I'm picked off by Rhodes. I'm okay with being picked off by Rhodes. I'd throw it at him every time if I knew Rhodes would get the pick. I don't know, the Lions are tough. You know, like, I feel bad for the Lions because when the Lions had, like, you know, Megatron and Matthew Stafford in their prime, you know, they had, like, you know, and then they had whichever Bell that was, you know, they had, like, all the pieces of an elite offensive team, and it just didn't translate to wins, you know, despite just, like, all these Pro Bowlers that they had across the board. It just made no sense at all. So I don't understand why the Lions just can't. At least it was Rhodes. All I have to say is at least, yeah, Jaquan Bell, that's right. Thanks. Yeah, Joik Bell. Yeah, Joik Bell. Yeah. Yeah. You know, so that when they had all those weapons, I was yeah, and the Jaguars were a pleasant surprise this year. So, you know, I was rooting for the Jaguars on the AFC side this year after they made it. You know, I was definitely, you know, Team Duval in that regard because, you know, they really did surprise everyone. Best quarterback in the NFL. You know, it's really hard to. Whoops. It's really hard. Like, I hate to say it, but it's really hard to discount what Aaron Rodgers does for the Packers. I do think that, you know, eventually Father Time, you know, has to catch up with Tom Brady. So I don't want to say that he's currently the best because, you know, I really think that, you know, he's got to be, you know, reaching the end of his effectiveness. So I don't want to say it's Tom Brady, you know, and it's no disrespect to Tom Brady as much as I would like to disrespect him. You know, when you look at like Brett Favre, I compare Tom Brady to Brett Favre at this point, where, you know, this is the point in you know, Tom Brady's the age now where, you know, Brett Favre was in 2010, the 2010-2011 season. So 2009-2010, Brett Favre had one of the best seasons in his career. 2010 or 2010 to 2011, Brett Favre completely fell off. You know, age caught up with him, and, you know, he just, you know, retired after that. You know, and even he said he knew in the back of his mind, like, you know, like that 1 year was like the last year. So as amazing as Tom Brady has been, which I hate to say it, but for him to do as well as he has, you know, with the lack of physical gifts that he has, is nothing short of remarkable. He is a remarkably gifted quarterback, and just this intelligence to be able to do it. But I think this year he's going to hit a wall with his age. And I say that because this is when Brett Favre hit his wall, and the wall came out of nowhere. So I think that's what I think about. So I don't think I can give the Patriots. Yeah, look at that tackle. Look at that tackle. Kirk Cousins can do it all. Kirk Cousins can do it all. And now, if we can get this, Kirk Cousins can win this game. And it's countered. I went back to it every single time, even though it was countered. So that's my intelligence for you. Totally a waste. Hopefully we can still win. But there we go. Okay, so at least we won. Hey, what's up, Adam? Give up. Best rookie. Yeah, and I know it's a bold prediction. It's definitely a bold prediction, you know, about Brady. But like, if he keeps this up, I mean, there's no words to describe it. If he just, there's no words to describe his success to, come out of nowhere and then, be the smartest player in the NFL and then, be the ultimate Iron Man because he does it for, longer than anyone else. Even Brett Favre, who was like the Iron Man of Iron Men, like, if Tom Brady can do this, like, it's, especially for someone who's not at all, physically gifted. Like, he's just not a physically gifted athlete in that regard. It would be incredible. So I just don't think it can happen. In terms of the best quarterback this year, I really don't believe in rookie quarterbacks. I think that even starting a rookie quarterback is, just stunting their development for the rest of their career. So I think that the most successful rookie quarterback is going to be the one that we don't see play for like 3 or 4 years, like legitimately. So the best rookie quarterback is going to be the one we don't see at all this year. Come on, Cousins. Come on, Cousins. Yes. Any quarterback on your team for the next 10 years, who would it be? Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins. Absolutely at 100% Kirk Cousins. Best defensive player of the year. I didn't jinx it. No. Kirk Cousins is gonna be legit. Best mobile quarterback. I mean, I would say, well, best mobile quarterback. Do we have West East Bay here? Is West East Bay in the West East Bay in the chat? Do we have West East Bay in the chat? Because I have an answer, but I want West East Bay to be here for it. Oh yeah, okay, so West East Bay. Okay, so best mobile quarterback in the NFL. I have an answer for this question, and it's going to be a controversial one, and everyone's going to disagree with me, but I think it's true. Hey, thanks, Chris. That's awesome. Really appreciate it. Let me get that to you. Let me get back to your question in just a second. So, best mobile quarterback in the NFL right now, Alex Smith. And the reason I say Alex Smith is because he's a mobile quarterback, but a mobile quarterback is someone that can throw the ball. You can't have just your Michael Vick types who's exciting to watch, but they're not really a quarterback because they're bad at passing, which is ultimately the most important part of the role. Alex Smith is a mobile quarterback who's actually really, really good at hold on. And Rodgers, I did consider Rodgers. Okay, but Rodgers, hold on. I honestly did consider Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers though got hurt running around. Alex Smith has never gotten hurt from his running around. So in that regard, to be a mobile quarterback and also stay healthy, in terms of we're judging simply on the ability of being a mobile quarterback. So in terms of a quarterback that has amazing mobility, but it's also a true quarterback, and has managed to be a mobile quarterback while staying healthy, I think that eliminates Aaron Rodgers. Hey, thanks, Dadzilla. uh, I, I have to go with the mobile quarterback who kept himself healthy in the process of being a mobile quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers did not. So I got to say no to Aaron Rodgers. Now, best overall quarterback? Yes. Aaron Rodgers is a better overall quarterback than Alex Smith, but I don't believe he's a better mobile quarterback. All right, so all-time favorite running back. Obviously, so as a Vikings fan, Adrian Peterson is the cop-out answer. So I'm going to say, outside of Adrian Peterson, my favorite running back of all time, and we talked about this a little bit in another chat. All right, backing up. Deshaun Watson is a second-year guy who had somewhat of a kind of good 1 year. You can't take Deshaun Watson, who's had one mediocre year, which happens to be a good year for a rookie, and then put him over someone who has been successful on multiple teams for 10 to 15 years or however long Alex Smith has played. You can't. There's absolutely no comparison with him and with him there. Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Russell Wilson's Wentz has a good year. So we're going to. All right. I can't. All right, so favorite running back. Let me get back to this. I'm going to go to the favorite running back for a second. So, favorite running back. Obviously, I can't pick Adrian Peterson because that's the cop-out answer as the Vikings fan. Favorite running back is Barry Sanders, and the reason why I'm going to say Barry Sanders is because, that guy it didn't matter who he played. Barry Sanders just made, any defender out there, he made grown men just look like children, look like fools. Like the way he could just move around, and juke and spin and, do all that as long as he could with absolutely no supporting cast whatsoever. Barry Sanders has to be the best running back of all time. And his career was cut short. Who knows how much he could have done if it wasn't. But Barry Sanders, absolutely the best all time. So yeah, the Lions were and are trash. I agree with you. But it was a trash team that Barry Sanders, with absolutely nothing else around him, just did absolutely amazing things that nobody else could do. There's no running back in the NFL right now. There's not a single running back in the NFL that puts on the performance that Barry Sanders did. It was. The guy could just, he just did things no one else could do. Favorite wide receiver. So, favorite wide receiver, I'm going to say Randy Moss, and I'm not even going to qualify that with a non-Vikings pick. Legitimately, Randy Moss, favorite wide receiver all time, not only as a Vikings fan, but he's the same sort of thing as Barry Sanders, where Randy Moss made anyone that was trying to guard him, it didn't matter who it was, anyone else that was trying to guard Randy Moss looked like a child. So you can say Rice, right? So that's a popular thing, Jerry Rice. Like, kids are not on the playground right now saying that you're going to get riced. Okay? No one in their life has said, except for me right now 5 minutes ago, said you're going to get riced. You're going to get mossed. you know, like he absolutely played the game at a whole other level than anyone else did. Now, Jerry Rice had more discipline and character and persistence, you know, that, you know, put him at a whole other level for, you know, a longer time, because, you know, Randy Moss, you know, played when he wanted to play, and, you know, that's something you have to hold against him. But when Randy Moss is at his best, when Randy Moss is doing, you know, when Randy Moss is being Randy Moss, there's nobody else like him, and there never was, and, you know, probably never will be. No, I mean, I can't give Megatron. I can't put Megatron over Moss. Moss is just my all time, and even if he's not the best, he's definitely my favorite. So, crap. Wait, Rice. Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. After he was, well, so did. You can also say that, you know, Randy Moss played with, you know, crap receivers and, you know, did amazing stuff. You know, obviously he had his good years in he had his good years with the Patriots, but, you know, it's you know, Randy Moss was Randy Moss. I can't put any, yeah. Yeah, and Moss did take those seasons off, but Moss at his best, you know, just made everyone and anyone else just look like fools. Best, yeah. So let's see. So we've covered quarterback. Well, we covered mobile quarterback. We didn't necessarily cover quarterback in general, but we covered mobile quarterback. We covered favorite all-time running back, favorite all-time receiver. Yeah, I don't know, Adam. Give up. I haven't really. It's not something I've looked up or researched, so I couldn't tell you who has the best looking wife. I just haven't sought out to have a qualified opinion on that. Corner next. Cornerback. With cornerback, let me think. So, I'm going to say best cornerback. I gotta say Darrelle Revis, because at least for as long as I've been alive, okay, as long as I've been alive, Darrelle Revis was the first one I can remember who was touted as a true lockdown cornerback, where whoever was playing against him, oh, hold on, give me a second though. Whoever was playing against the world that Darrelle Revis created, like, it was like this true, you know, Revis Island, like that whole, like, we're just not going to throw the ball on that side of the field. You know, like, people threw the ball against against Deion Sanders, and Deion Sanders did a, you know, tremendous job of guarding it. But, you know, Darrelle Revis was just like, okay, you know, this whole half of the field here, we're not even going to throw the ball there. You know, and there's been other cornerbacks that have been like that since, but I can't, for my memory, I can't think that anyone else has ever impacted the game in that way. Yeah, my bad. My bad on all the likes. But, I mean, am I wrong about that? Is there someone in, like, the modern pass-heavy NFL, someone in the modern pass-heavy NFL that told offenses, like, we're not going to throw on one half of the field because this one guy's over there? Like, did anyone else do that in the modern pass-heavy NFL? Because, to my knowledge, Darrelle Revis was the first. And being the first to shut down the game like that is, you know, that's worth a lot of credit. Alright, so Richard Sherman was there, yes, but Richard Sherman did that after Darrelle Revis did that. So I'm not comparing, you know, Revis at his prime to Sherman at his prime. I'm just saying that Revis raised the bar to here, and then, you know, Sherman matched it, but, you know, you got to go to the guy that originally raised it to that level. And, you know, it's tough because you can't do a better job than, you know, as a cornerback, you cannot do a better job than just telling offenses, like, yep, we're not going to throw to that side of the ball at all. Like, we're just done passing it over there. Like, that is as good of a job as a cornerback can possibly do. Darrelle Revis raised the level of cornerback play to a point where it can't possibly be raised higher to where it's at. You know, and so you have guys that can maybe meet it, but no one can excel it, and you got to go to the original when you're going to pick a best ever. So I'm going to take the original shutdown cornerback and say Darrelle Revis. Well, yeah, but that's Randy Moss. And Josh Norman didn't shut the field down like Revis and Sherman did. Josh Norman was good, but he wasn't at that same level. And I'm locking in on Darrelle Revis. I'll take the next question, but my mind's not going to get changed on Darrelle Revis. Best middle linebacker, Ray Lewis. Gotta go with Ray Lewis. Oh, look at this. We got 32 there. That's awesome. That's 32 with Kirk Cousins. Best kicker ever. I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I don't know enough about kickers to tell you which one's the best. The most exciting one, I forget his name, but his nickname was Kickalicious, and he was nothing but just a YouTuber. Yeah, that's true. Adam Vinatieri. Okay, I'll give you Adam Vinatieri. I'll give you Vinatieri for sure. But I'm not sure if you guys all know the story of Kickalicious. So what he did was he was a YouTuber that was known for just making trick shots, and he had a YouTube channel where he just made trick shots, field goal trick shots. And he ended up, actually, because of his YouTube videos, he got a tryout with the oh, come on. He got a tryout with the Detroit Lions. And I think at the time the Lions had signed David Akers, and David Akers ended up, beating him out for the job in the preseason because it's David Akers, who's, just a legend, legend of legends at the kicking position. So he got beat out. I don't think he got another offer, but the fact that he went from a YouTube channel to an NFL tryout is one of the best stories fathomable. Like that's amazing. Like that would be the equivalent of, me or CHF getting offered or getting at least interviewed for a NFL coaching position because of the work we did here. Like that's just next level insane that you can go from a YouTube channel to a legitimate NFL tryout. And so, while he didn't make the team, still one of the most impressive stories that, any kicker could have. But yeah, Adam Vinatieri, absolutely, best, best, like, best overall kicker. Like, Kickalicious wasn't a better kicker than Adam Vinatieri, just has a much better story and came from a much better place. Much cooler place, I would say. So yeah, that's what I think. Ooh. Uh-oh. Well, I just realized that my MacBook stopped charging and it's plugged in. I'm going to switch this plug really quick. But if my charger isn't working, then I'm going to have to not stream once my computer dies, simply because I can't stream. There we go. Awesome. It's working now. Okay, good. I was worried. Yeah, I would say Devin Hester is going to be the best all-time kick returner. Not that he was necessarily, like, Devin Hester at his best, was better than someone like Dante Hall at their best, but just Devin Hester did it for such a long time. Where it just impressive, how long he was able to play at such an unbelievable level. So I got to give him the nod there. In terms of, though, like, the best kick returner at their absolute prime, I don't know if you guys are old enough. If you guys are all old enough to remember Dante Hall, but if you check out the highlight reels on Dante Hall, this guy just did amazing things, like absolutely incredible. Like Dante Hall reminded me of Barry Sanders and just his incredible elusiveness. He wasn't able to keep it up for more than a couple years, but for the couple of years that Dante Hall did what he did, like, it's the best kick return play I've ever seen. Come on. Come on. I'm not going to answer that. Well, no. Worst choke artist. Oops. Let me fix this. Hold on. Let me try this. I'm gonna disconnect my. It's not connecting. I'm gonna disconnect it and run it off. Run it off internet. So let's give this a shot. There you go. We're back. Best tight end. You know, best tight end in my lifetime, I'm really struggling in picking between Gonzalez and Gates. Tony Gonzalez and Antonio. Yeah, Tony Gonzalez and Antonio Gates. I really, I'm having trouble picking between them, but you know, they both just revolutionized the position and just winning that size battle in the red zone better than anyone could, you know, from that basketball experience. Like, it was amazing the way that, you know, they were able to play that the way that they did. You know, and I can't say that anyone else really did that. So, it's pick one: Antonio Gates or Tony Gonzalez. Gronk, yeah, okay. Whoa, so look at this. This is the brick on my deal. I'm actually going to start streaming because that is orange because it's glowing hot. See that? That's glowing hot right now. So, that's probably why it stopped charging. And this is a major fire hazard. So I'm going to unplug this so it's not glowing orange anymore. And I'm going to stream until my laptop dies. So, let me turn on this light really quick. And yeah, touch it. Everyone's like, oh, go and touch the glowing orange thing. So yeah, we're gonna stream till my laptop dies. It's at 53% right now. So I'm glad it didn't catch fire. And I'll have to go to Best Buy and buy another one. Although, Best Buy closes... Does Best Buy close at 9? Oh, I don't... Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing Minnesota. And I'm beating them, so hopefully we can win this game. This is like a weird, like, you know, parallel universe where, like, the Vikings play the Vikings, so... You know, we both can't, like, lose by choking because we both can't lose. So, you know, it's like the universe might explode trying to, like, you know, figure out who chokes this game. So close. Eat Tide Pods. Let's see if we can get this pass off to Bryant. I hope he can catch it. We got it. What? Oh, are we gonna... We won at least. At least we won. Tide Pods. I'm actually planning on some new series that should be pretty cool. Don't know if I'm quite ready to talk about them, but it's going to be some good stuff. Come on, Brett. Come on, Brett. Dang. Dang. Top 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL. Well, you definitely... Well... Current... As in what they're going to do this year. First of all, I'd leave Brady off the list because I don't think Brady's going to be good this year. I think he's finally going to get old. We already talked about that. So I'm going to leave Brady off the list. Outside of that, Aaron Rodgers has to be on the list. Maybe that's why he's certainly the highest. No, I think Brady's done this year. I'm not going to put Wentz on the list because Wentz is coming back from a serious... No, he doesn't have to be on the list. Wentz is coming back from a serious injury that it's not a guarantee he can come back from that injury, true to form. So in that regard, I can't put him on the list till he proves that, he belongs there still. He needs to have a phenomenal year coming back from that injury. Because not just anyone and everyone can do that. So he is a tremendous athlete and he'd be on the list if he hadn't gotten injured. But for me, I have to see that he can come back from that injury before I'm going to say he's a current top 5 best. So I'm not going to put Wentz on it. I'm not going to put Brady on it. I'm definitely going to put Rodgers on it. I'm not going to put Breeze on it for the same reason I'm not putting Brady. I think that this is going to be the year. Basically, I think this is going to be the year where the young quarterbacks take the reins in the NFL. I think this is going to be the year where you see a major transition to the young blood of the NFL. The Beast. Look up Brett Favre 2010. Compare Brett Favre 2010 to Brett Favre 2009. Okay? Compare those two. Completely night and day difference. Difference of 1 year, but that's a difference between, 41 and 42. So you have to, and I don't think that, Tom Brady, good as he is, I don't think Tom Brady is more of an Iron Man than Brett Favre. Yeah, and see, I'm answering these questions honestly. I just don't see Brady picking it up. We're at 46%, so we're at 6% since we unplugged. Yeah. The TB12 method exists because he spent money licensing a diet so that he could make money because he knows his career in the NFL is coming to an end because nobody makes it past 40 is basically what's there. I'm not a hater. I'm complimenting. What? So Brady has come back from an ACL. Yeah, no, I can't take an ACL tear as a. I can't take coming an ACL tear as a given. Just not a given. But honestly, to come up with a top 5, I'd have to look at it. I'd honestly have to look at it, but I wouldn't put Breeze on the list. I wouldn't put Brady on the list. I'd put Aaron Rodgers on the list. And I'm not sure who else I need to be thinking about. Oh, so Favre not getting injured and Favre not missing a game are two very, 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 very different things. Favre got massively injured. Favre broke bones. Okay, like he he was. I mean, look up Brett Favre injuries. I mean, he had all sorts of injuries. And that's why he's as amazing as he was, is because he never missed a game despite dealing with major serious injuries. Like, that's why Brett Favre is Brett Favre. You can't say... to say Brett Favre never got injured is to say you've never watched him play. Yeah, he fought through them all, but they were still injuries. Like, just because you play through it doesn't mean you weren't injured. Or it doesn't discount from the severity of the injury. A broken bone is still a broken bone, and a broken bone is still an injury whether or not you suit up on Sunday. It just shows the impressiveness that he was able to do it, but you can't say he was never injured. Yeah, he had, I'm sure, untold amounts of concussions. You couldn't even, I mean, there's not enough numbers in the world to count how many concussions that man probably had. Top 25. Oh my gosh. Cousins, I hope he's top 5. He certainly got paid, like he should be a top 5 quarterback. So, I hope he pulls through. But will he? I don't know. Oh man, 30 points. Yeah, but think about what you're saying though. Breeze is top 5. He holds 2 spots in over 5,000 passing seasons. Brady only has 1 up there, and Marino has top spot. But if we're talking about current plays, so if Marino has the top spot, does that make Marino the best current quarterback? Of course not, because Marino's not playing. And I think that even though Breeze has had a tremendous career, where I would say, I mean, just solely judging them by proficiency in passing, simply by judging quarterbacks by proficiency in passing, I would say that Drew Brees is arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. His yardage and his accuracy are totally unmatched, especially his accuracy. He is by far the most accurate quarterback of all time, and there's no debating that whatsoever. But he's still in his 40s, and I just don't think that quarterbacks in their 40s are really make it that long. So I think that he's absolutely has an amazingly respectable career, and if at all possible, a underrated one. No disrespect to Drew Brees whatsoever. I just don't see him coming in and doing it again this year. Well, no. Think about it though. Gallifrey, that's just not true. So, so, you know, if the Redskins wanted to keep him, you know, and Cousins, you know, obviously wanted a massive amount of money because, I mean, he went to the Vikings for $100 million. You know, the Redskins, as much as they might have wanted him, like there could have just been disputes in the regards of, do we want to pay this one guy $100 million when we have literally no one else around him? Like, they could have bought Kirk Cousins, sure, but they weren't winning with him because they didn't have enough around him. So they're not going to spend all the money to keep him when it's not going to help them be great. So it's definitely there. Oh yeah, so for those still here, this just reminded me. So I am going to be competing in a tournament that's hosted by Paul Beasy, who's in Systematic Front. So I'm competing in a tournament hosted by Paul Beasy. The tournament is basically going to be something as a preparation for Overdrive, meaning that in this tournament there's going to be first of all, there's going to be no game plans in it, and then we're all going to be opening 60 pro packs, and then playing with whatever we got from the 60 pro packs. So gonna open the pro packs. That'll be a stream, and then we're going to pick who we want there. We're going to use the guys that we pulled from their pro packs, and you know, train up the guys that we're actually using. It's going to be a whole thing. So that tournament is going to be next Sunday. So my Systematic Sunday probably will be playing in that tournament, assuming I make it far enough in it. So that's definitely something to watch out for. I know that Paul Beasy is obviously going to be in that tournament. Madden Mobile Mayhem is going to be in that tournament. Destruction Gaming, unfortunately, is going to be in that tournament. So, you know, go if you want to see all sides of it. You know, go in and you know, subscribe to those channels. Gallifrey, so it's going to be a YouTuber tournament. I'm not sure if you are a YouTuber. There might be room to get you in. I'm not sure, but you know, we'll Paul Beasy is running it, so I couldn't tell you if, you know, there's room to get you in or not. I legitimately don't know. But it is a YouTuber tournament, and Paul Beasy is the one to get a hold of to see that, if not, to figure that out. Now we are at 35%, so at least we'll get our 15 wins before it dies, and then we'll do our extra rounds and try to get a real quarterback and then get some extra gameplay in. No, I've never played in the NBA. I am 6'3", but I've never played in the NBA. Chat just died. My bad jokes just killed the chat. Is this guy just gonna wait his 20 minutes to not play? fire up some head-to-head, just so it's not sitting there doing nothing. But head-to-head still has to search anyway. Yeah. He wasn't asking if I played in... He wasn't asking if I played in the NBA. I was just reading his question as if that was what he's asking. He's probably asking if I played NBA Mobile. And I was just giving a facetious answer to that. But no, to answer your likely question, I do not play NBA Mobile. So it was actually funny. So before I was a game changer, year or two ago, oh man, 130 defense is really fun. So before I was a game changer about a year ago, I signed up to what I thought was beta testing for the next season of Madden Mobile, and then I got selected, and by going you could get a free game of your choice, which was super cool. But then I found out, like any EA game you wanted, you could go in, do the beta testing for the day at EA Studios, and then you could get any free EA Sports game you wanted on any platform for going. That's 2 6% counters in a row. But what happened is I realized after I got selected that we're just getting killed here. After I got selected for that, I realized it was for NBA Mobile and not Madden Mobile. So I just didn't show up because I had no interest in NBA Mobile. So that was and all I had to do was go, and I would have gotten a free game and everything. So that's the only thing I have of an NBA Live mobile story. But if I would have gone, I would have gotten a free game. I would have got an inside look at what they were doing for NBA Live. It would have been a huge thing if I would have gotten, would have gone. I just truly didn't care enough to go. Yeah, I took a break from the game for a while. Came back, and then by the time I came back, the season was pretty much over, so I didn't really bother kind of building up my team. I built it up a little bit just so I could stay competitive. And we can drive down the field against a 130 defense, but, I wasn't super interested in, doing a whole bunch of grinding and everything to keep up with it, so... I have Culpepper. Like, I already have a Vikings quarterback that I'm using. Like, if I'm a real Vikings okay, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I already talked Kirk Cousins is probably my favorite current Vikings player. That being said, it would be all of the people who are Vikings players now that the Vikings had an amazing year. I call those bandwagon fans. It would be the bandwagon fans who would pick Kirk Cousins over Dante Culpepper, right? Because they just now joined. You know, it's the true Vikings fans that would be Culpepper over Cousins, because they are reliving those moments that they actually experienced as a Vikings fan, you know, back in the time of Culpepper to Moss, which was an amazing time. So it would take a bandwagon fan to choose Cousins over Culpepper. Look at that, 6%, 6%, 100% convert, and score. So, did that. I'm going to go back to here, see where we're at. Oh wait, I still have 12 minutes till it expires. Alright, so we'll play this one out. Yeah, like Culpepper was amazing, and he broke his leg and was never the same. Gallifrey, yeah, well. Yeah. Oh, that's a bad throw. Paid off, but it was a bad throw. I'll take it. Punter. It doesn't even make sense. We're lighting up this 130 defense, all Madden difficulty, and we are lighting up a 130 defense. So for all you guys that say I'm not good at the game, tell you what, you're wrong. Uh-oh. We're getting blown up by counters. Oh, he threw a pick. Dang it. Oh, man. Only card to have 3 cards in one promo. Was this something when I was gone? Well, actually, no. You're actually wrong. Your question's a wrong question, because there were all sorts of last year at least. There were all sorts of legend cards that had 3 cards. You had like different gold versions and different elite versions. You know, so I don't buy it. Unless you're not calling like legend sets promos or something. I don't know. This year. Okay, so now we're qualifying it. Okay. This year, only one to have 3 cards in a single promo. Yeah, I legitimately, I think that might have been gone something. Oh, was it Gronk? Did Gronk have 3? Yeah, I legitimately don't know. Okay. Like full Super Bowl. Well, I goofed on that conversion. So we're at 22% right now, so we really need that one match to expire so we can get back into the tournament game. Because our battery's at 22%. I can't plug it in because my charger's about to catch on fire, so we're kind of in trouble. Oh, come on, Moss. Come on, Moss. Come on, Moss. Come on, Moss. Got it. Ah, so close. Spin move. Best wide receiver currently? Honestly, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, obviously you got to have Antonio Brown up as a contender there. I mean, I don't think there's really any one wide receiver who has themselves separated as better than anyone else in the current NFL. Got it. Nailed it. What's up, Cook? Yeah, you know, and Julio's great, but, you know, can I say Julio is... Oh, that would have been awesome if we would have got it. You know, I can't say Julio's better than Antonio Brown or Antonio Brown's better than Julio. Like, I just don't see there being a best wide receiver right now. But it is a good point that, you know, the Falcons have always had a very, very unselfish team. You know, there's a lot of weapons. The Falcons have a lot of weapons, and, you know, guys are good with that. So we got 5 minutes till this match expires because this guy's not going to play us. And that's our 50. I hate when we get stuck like that. So that's so that will be one more head-to-head game, and then we'll go check out our tournament, and we'll try to draft 3 more guys before my battery dies, which is now down to 19%. Go home, cook you, you're drunk. Adam Thielen, definitely Adam Thielen. Because Stephon Diggs, like, he was the number 2 receiver all year to Adam Thielen. And Stephon Diggs had, you know, the one great play, but, you know, he was number 2 all year long. And the one play, which was more of a defensive whiff than an offensive spectacular play, you know, I can't put Diggs over Thielen, which is really tough because, you know, like, Diggs' stock is up super high right now because of that catch. Like, he's looked as better as Thielen, even though he's not. You know, so, oh man, that was rough. Shoot. So Diggs' contract is up next year, so he's probably going to want a massive amount of money. He's not going to be worth a massive amount of money to the Vikings, not for a number 2 wide receiver, especially if Treadwell develops. So I think by next year, Diggs is going to be off the team because the Vikings aren't going to re-sign him. They're going to sign Anthony Barr when his contract is up. So Diggs is going to be off the team because he's their number 2 receiver and he's overrated. Diggs does have a lot of potential because he is, he is really young. So he has, kind of the world ahead of him in that regard. But I just don't see it coming. I see Diggs's. Oop, bad throw. He made it, but yeah, Thielen is an amazing route runner. He reminds me of Edelman, quite a lot, or someone like Jordy Nelson, who just runs great routes, gets open, and holds onto the ball. He's really a great wide receiver, and just a technically solid wide receiver. I hope Diggs doesn't go to the Cowboys, because then it would just be a bunch of... Although Diggs would be a good fit for the Cowboys just because it's another, overrated player that, people who don't understand football are, just super hyped on. So in that sense, he'd be a great fit for the Cowboys, but I'd hate for that to be his fate. Hey, thanks, Mohammed. Appreciate it. Uh-oh, we don't have scramble. Push him in, push him in, push him in. Fumble. Oh, come on. Boo. Kamara or Kareem Hunt? It's a good question. They're both pretty, yeah, CO. I mean, he's good, but yeah, he's not Adam Thielen. I'm with you on that. 14% on our battery. We're really running out of time. Our battery is dying fast. We're going to have to just bomb this so we can get back to our tournament. So yeah, if the stream goes dead, it's because my laptop died. Just so you guys know now, if the stream goes dead, it's because the laptop died. But we still got 14%, but I might not see it when it goes to 0. Oh, we didn't get the block. Lame. Yeah, I have a hard time judging rookies, I just don't judge rookies. Whoops. Whoops. Have it. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, awesome. So we got our win. So now we're getting our chase rounds. We need a quarterback here. No quarterback. We got Latavius Murray. So we're definitely going to take Latavius Murray. We're going to take the Viking. We're going to take the halfback. We needed both of those things. No quarterback here. Offensive tackle or linebacker. We're going to take the offensive tackle. Nothing there we really need, but nothing there that would hurt us. So take an offensive tackle. Now we need a quarterback. We need a quarterback. We need a quarterback. I mean, I could take Diggs, but if I took Diggs... So, if I took Diggs, it wouldn't have... It wouldn't have helped my team any. And I'm not going to play with this... I'm not going to play with this team anyway, because we don't got a quarterback. There's no point. So, I'm just going to... Well, we'll call the stream now, just so it's on our own terms. So, let's go ahead and find someone to raid, so we can do a proper raid. Let's find someone to raid. Yeah, no, I passed up on the quarterback early. That's what happened. I passed up on the... Yeah, I don't... let's see. Live. Yeah, we got Muttman, so I'll go and post the link really quick. Yep, we're gonna hold on a second. Almost to the chat. Oh man, we're at 9%. Alright, let's There we go. There is our systematic Sunday raid. Alright, so go ahead, raid Muttman. We're going to head out. Appreciate you guys watching. Next week we're going to be doing whatever it is that we're doing. Oh yeah, next week we got the tournament, so definitely watch that. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.